What is going on, guys? It is your boy Cam here, back at it again with another video. The Destiny 2 beta did come out on Tuesday and it is Thursday night, but I wanted to kind of play it and get a little bit familiar with this beta so I can really give you guys an idea of what I think about it. So for these past couple of days I have been playing it and it has been an amazing beta, and we're just gonna play the Strike Inverted Spire. Just we have a little bit of gameplay in the background, but let's talk about this beta. Now, overall, this beta, I believe, is probably a really good beta, not only because of the gameplay and the quality, but because of the feedback that we are getting from Bungie themselves. Overall, the art is really beautiful. As you can see, the load-in screens for the gameplay, it is much better. Overall, it's really beautiful. The colors are very vibrant compared to Destiny 1, and they really did take a lot of those things that we were asking as Destiny 1 players and transforming it into something new and still having something seem like home at the same time. Like, I don't remember ever recalling the times shifting in Destiny 1 inside the social spaces, inside the planet, like daytime then to nighttime, because last time I played this Strike, it was daytime and it was super bright, like orange hue, everything like that, and it's much different now, and it's really cool. And what I do like though is that the whole game, it feels so smooth. It feels like a new game even though it feels like the same game at the same time. But the one thing that I don't like as much is that they're trying to make this new game of Destiny and a new image of Destiny, when in reality all they're really doing is just basically mixing things around that we have already seen. Like, for instance, for the Warlock, where have we seen this before? That's right, the Twilight Garrison in the Titan chess piece in Destiny 1, where that gives you the ability to be able to dodge, except that with the Dawnblade subclass in Destiny 2, you get that as a perk already just built inside the Warlock. So that's kind of something that bugs me a little bit. It's kind of a little bit of it feels like they're lacking that in creativity in that aspect, because it feels like they could have done so much more than just, you know, add something that we've already seen. Now, there is one weapon I do want to talk about, and that weapon is the main ingredient. If you guys are using the main ingredient, this thing is definitely a powerhouse inside Crucible. And by what I mean by powerhouse is it is very strong. Usually we're used to seeing fusion rifles only going so far and usually only extending to the range like as a shotgun, but in here this thing has so much more range than you could even imagine. I do know that the Unknown Player has a video, as well as Rick Kakis, showing the range and the potential range that this thing can do, and it is just tremendous. This thing can definitely melt you from a distance, and that's what I like, a good fusion rifle that can melt from a distance, because this thing is strong. Usually snipers, the sniper, if you shoot him in the body, you can still tag him with the body but not actually kill them all the way. But it does seem that this fusion rifle has a pretty good distance. I would say probably I can kill somebody from where the Racker, I think that's his name, yeah, where Racker is, from over here to over there in Crucible, and that would be a no problem kill. Like, I know that for a fact that that thing can kill from that distance. Now, what I would like to mention is the overall feel. Yes, I already said it's smooth, but I want to be talking about how smooth. I haven't really experienced someone lagging or having a lag spike. The connection has always been really clean and smooth for me. There hasn't really been any interruptions or feel like as if there's any like jitters, meaning where, you know, I'm over here, one person's going over there, jumping around. Like a huge lag is what I'm talking about. And same thing goes for Crucible, not just the strikes and patrolling around inside of, I believe this is Nessus, but it overall feels very smooth. Now, that being said, there are some concerns that I do have about PvP, PvE, and inside of the game overall. And first thing I want to talk about is power ammo. Power ammo seems like it is very, very, very minimal. And by what I mean by that is that you can go an entire strike of this strike that we're being able to play in the beta, and sometimes only have a clip, 1 or 2 clips of sniper ammo throughout the whole entire strike. Now that seems like it's a little bit too little in my perspective, because you know it may be good for PvP, but for PvE, where you know you feel like you're a little bit weaker than usual compared to Destiny 1 with the ads all around, it definitely sucks, because you definitely do get melted a lot quicker by enemies inside PvE, because you don't have, you know, those stronger weapons that to help support that. And usually I can have, like, you know, a Dark Drinker or something like that, and just, you know, always have that. I know that it's just the beta, and they might include those heavy ammo synths, or power ammo synths, shall I say now, but inside Destiny 2 beta, it feels like it's a little bit lacking, and it's a little bit so. Same thing with the abilities. The grenades, it may be good for PvP, but in PvE, you know, we can't really use our grenades that often, and we can't really use our supers that often. Sometimes you'll be going an entire Crucible match with only being able to have 1 super and get 2 supers lucky, if you're like really, really lucky. And sometimes I've even went in a whole Crucible match without even getting my super once. So that's a thing. And I did read something from, I believe, Rick Kakis' video, saying that Bungie is really like wanting to listen to us and is listening to our feedback about the abilities and the grenades and such. And they did say that they are announcing that they do notice the lack of being able to use grenades and all that such, but they haven't really said or touched much on the supers. But for the grenades, they are definitely they are going to improve it for the original release of the Destiny 2 beta. I love this super. The super's so fun. It's pretty cool that the Warlock gets to fly around and, you know, do the dodge with the Twilight Garrison. I'm a little hectic on the fact that they brought something back that we've already seen, but it's pretty cool to have the Twilight Garrison perk, the dodge perk, you know, built inside the Warlock here, and that seems pretty cool. You can even dodge while you're inside your super, like while you're flying in the air with that super. With Dawnblade. You could also dodge with the Hunter. Tap the circle twice, like as if you're doing the Shade Step, but you can do like an Arc Stride dodge, and he'll be doing these cool little flips, and you'll be dodging and moving around, and I thought that was pretty cool. It's something that they added. They definitely added a lot of more mechanics to this overall. Holy shit. He popped right in front of me. Bungie definitely added a lot more mechanics to the supers, which I do like. It seems like there's more complexity inside the supers, and it's not just click the R1 and L1 and just, you know, hold the trigger down or just tap the trigger. And there's a lot more mechanics to be used inside of it. There's a lot more skill placed inside of it, not just, you know, button hit, button hit, button hit. It's, you know, being able to choose. Holy shit, that thing melted me. The ads definitely do feel a lot more stronger than in Destiny 1. In Destiny 1, it feels like the ads, like, you can easily just dominate them, but now in the Destiny 2 beta, the ads feel like as if they have a little bit more of a challenge. Like, if you're getting hit like that, I just got swiped like 3 times and I'm already like almost done. They definitely feel a little bit more stronger, like you are less resistant to the enemies here. Like, look at this thing. This thing's trying to get me. But they definitely do feel a lot more stronger, and it feels like you can do less than what you can in Destiny 1. That was a shitty grenade. That was a fuck up and a half. Oh, I'm the last Guardian. Goodbye. There you go. Revive you. There we go. Revive you. And dodge away. Overall, this strike really is fun, and it feels like there's a lot of complex mechanics inside this strike, and it definitely feels really compact. It doesn't feel like a normal strike where there is just an objective and you have to get to it, defeat a boss, and that's it. This one, the strikes in itself basically feel like they're telling a story, Yes, a strike is basically like a story mission and everything like that, but before, in Destiny 1, you know, you would go through it and you would always have those strikes. It would just feel like a strike. Well, this doesn't feel like a strike. This feels like a strike and a story mixed together. Oh shit, I forgot about these dudes up here. So talking about the future of Destiny 2, I do have a great feeling about the future for Destiny 2. Destiny 2, the beta alone, is just feels like there's so much more. Like, your Ghost feels like they have more character, everything feels like it's more alive, you feel like you can do more things alone with the beta, and holy shit, I'm dead. I've actually never failed that part, but I guess today that's first. Alright, so it did teleport us over here. It scared me a little bit, the screen just went black and then it just popped me up here. So, but I guess we're here at the boss. But overall, for the future, like I'm saying, I do have a positive feeling for the future of Destiny 2. It feels very crisp. It feels very smooth. The Bungie staff is saying that they have so much more to offer for when the actual game comes out. And this alone itself, the beta, feels like as if it's a mini complete game. And that's how well this feels to me. And it definitely is a well outdone beta, and this is definitely one of the more advanced and better betas that we have seen so far this year in my eyes, because I played a lot of betas this year. Well, it definitely feels like one of the better sides of the betas. Now heading over here, we're just gonna hide from the boss a little bit. Oh, just kidding, we're gonna go down. So this weapon right here, the Risk Runner, the exotic that you get with the Warlock, I really do enjoy this whole thing. It definitely melts enemies in PvE and in PvP, and it's smooth. It definitely has its sweet spot, shall I say, and it just overall sounds beefy as hell. You know how you have those weapons and you have one and it's just like you know, like you hear it sounds like a little baby pea shooter, but this one, when you're shooting it, it's just like, oh yeah, this is the shit right here. That's what this gun feels like. You get that nice vibration when you're shooting it. You get that nice beefy sound to it when you're shooting it. Overall, it feels like a good weapon. It melts. It does its job, and it's an arc thing. And it has a perk where it's basically like the Halo Supercell, where it has like electricity trace going through multiple enemies, and it's kind of like that, and it feels like a better version of the Halo Supercell. I have yet to try out the Hunter, and I do plan to try out the Hunter maybe after this video. But so far I've been playing on a Warlock a lot, and I personally do think that I will be maining a Warlock as my main. And I like the feel of the Warlock, and I also like the Dawnblade subclass, as well as the Nova Bomb. The Nova Bomb is a nasty subclass. It definitely is. Like, if you're in PvP, that tracking is very vicious. It seems as if it starts off slow, but the more momentum it creates with the enemy turning and such, it looks like as if it picks up momentum. And it looks like it'll pick up speed, because I remember watching a video on Twitter where this Nova Bomb is tracking somebody and they're running around, and then the Nova Bomb is picking up speed and it end up tracking them really fast, and it moved pretty quickly and it was keeping up, man, and it was tracking them hard. That seems like that's gonna be fun inside some Trials of Osiris, and with those little Axion bolts coming out, as well as the Axion bolt itself inside here, or some scatter grenades, or even just the Dawnblade itself with that Twilight Garrison dodge perk that I just did right now. And overall, I feel like that there's gonna be a lot of fun things to do and possible things that we can accomplish inside Destiny 2 in PvP and in PvE, and I feel like it's gonna be all really jam-packed and full of a lot of things to figure out, because Destiny is a very complex game itself, the way that Bungie seems like they want to make it, and it definitely is coming out to be what they want and what we want, because it feels very complex itself just alone in the beta, and I can't imagine how it's going to feel in the actual release on September 6th. The overall feel, and I can't wait to experience the farm when we go to the farm. Now, if you haven't heard, the farm will be open on Sunday for 1 hour starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time, not p.m. There's a couple of people who are getting it wrong, telling their fans and viewers that it is at 10 p.m. but is at 10 a.m. coming from Bungie. And so if you want to go to the farm, if you want to experience the social place, play a little bit of soccer inside there with some friends before you experience some things, and kind of just look around inside, make sure you are on here at 10 a.m. Pacific time for that experience to be inside the farm. Overall, another thing that I like in this game is the characters itself talking. It feels like there's a lot more emotion inside of it. The game feels alive. It doesn't feel so monotone, you know, when they're talking. It doesn't feel one-sided. It feels like as if like the characters have like feelings alone in themselves. Same thing with your ghost, the way it talks, the way the ghost expresses some stuff and the way it says stuff, it feels a lot more alive, shall I say. Well guys, this is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy my viewpoints on the Destiny 2 beta, and if you guys have any feedback, any questions, or if you guys, you know, disagree with me on a certain subject, feel free to let me know inside the comments. I am open to feedback and I am open to trying things. I will be posting more videos. I am going to be posting some videos of me going into the Crucible with each character, so with Hunter, Warlock, and Titan, and so you will see those coming out soon. I am going to try to get the grind on for these next few days before the beta does close, so I hope you guys stick with me while I do the videos on the beta. So till next time, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Remember guys, make sure you do hit that subscribe button because it will help this channel, and also hit the notification bell so that way you can get updates whenever I do upload. And remember to stay tuned because I'm going to be posting a lot more videos on this beta subject, so hopefully we can have an open discussion through the comments section with stuff that, you know, that you would like to see before the beta goes away. But till next time guys, hope to see you guys soon. It has been your boy Cam, and stay crispy.